Before we dive in, I need you to do something important. If this video wakes something up inside you, if even one sentence hits your soul, makes you pause or shifts your mindset, leave a comment, share this with someone you care about, and subscribe. This message might change a life, maybe yours, maybe someone else's. Now listen carefully, because what you're about to hear isn't sugar-coated inspiration. It's truth, and it might sting. Too many young people today think that staying up until 3 a.m. makes them rebels, outliers, or hard workers. But if those late hours are filled with endless scrolling, empty videos, and digital noise, you're not working. You're not building. You're slowly destroying your potential, and doing it with a smile. That exhaustion you carry isn't proof of hustle. It's the symptom of bad habits disguised as freedom. When I was young, I didn't have access to what you do now. No internet, no online courses, no infinite libraries in my pocket. But I didn't let that stop me. I used what little I had to learn, to experiment, to build an empire from scratch. So here's the first rule. Rule number 1. Life is not about constant entertainment. One of the most dangerous trends I see in this generation is the addiction to distraction. TikTok, video games, endless streams of content, powerful tools if used right. But right now, they're being used as escapes, not weapons. Every time you swipe, you trade your future for a few seconds of dopamine. While you're watching someone else's highlight reel, your own story is fading. And the difference between the people who change the world and the ones who watch from the sidelines. One group invests their time, the other wastes it numbing their own dreams. Entertainment isn't the enemy, but when your entire day revolves around what makes you feel good, not what makes you grow, you're choosing comfort over purpose. And comfort kills greatness. No one who made history lived for convenience. Rule number: think for yourself, even if it costs you. I see millions of young minds echoing ideas they've never truly thought about. They quote influencers, defend beliefs they haven't tested, adopt values they've never questioned. That's not rebellion, that's programming. Without critical thinking, you become easy to control. You trade your authenticity for acceptance, and your purpose for popularity. When I started my companies, every expert said I would fail, that private space travel was impossible, that electric cars would never be profitable. If I had listened to them without thinking for myself, none of this would exist. You will be misunderstood. You will be doubted. You will be alone at times, but if you stay true to your mind, not the herd, you will also be free. The revolution you're looking for won't come from politics, trends, or platforms. It starts inside your mind. Rule number 3: stop staying up late for no reason. There's this idea that being up all night means you're grinding. But let's be honest. If you're up at 2 a.m. watching mindless content, you're not building anything. You're running from responsibility, from growth, from purpose. When I stayed up late, I was coding, creating, solving problems, laying bricks for the future I wanted. There's a massive difference between working late and wasting time late. Sleep deprivation caused by addiction to entertainment is self-destruction in disguise. And the worst part, you don't even see it happening. You smile at the memes, laugh at the videos, swipe past the hours, and wake up with a foggy mind and an exhausted spirit. The future doesn't need more tired brains. It needs people with energy, with clarity, with order. So reclaim your time. Set real routines. Respect your body and mind, because a chaotic life can never produce extraordinary results. Your time is the most valuable currency you have. Start spending it like your future depends on it, because it does. Rule number 4: learn skills, not just degrees. There's a dangerous myth still floating around, that a college degree is the final destination, that once you graduate, you've made it. Wrong. In today's world, no one cares how well you can memorize. What matters is, can you solve problems? Can you create? Can you sell, build, lead, communicate, innovate? Those are the real currencies of the future. I didn't learn how to build rockets at university. I taught myself. I read obsessively. I failed. I fixed. I improved. And I never waited for anyone's permission. You don't need permission either. The tools are already in your hands. You have access to more knowledge than any generation in human history, and yet, most people use it to scroll, not to grow. A diploma might open a door, but your skills are what build the damn building, and your hunger to learn, without limits, is your greatest weapon. Make your learning unstoppable. Because in the age of AI, automation, and digital transformation, the self-taught are the ones who win. Rule number 5. Master your mind before it masters you. Every day, you're being hit by 1,000 things: notifications, comparisons, bad news, opinions, noise. And if you don't learn to protect your mind, someone else will program it for you. The anxiety, the lack of focus, the emptiness. It's not random. It's the result of a mind overstimulated and underdirected. When I faced moments of massive pressure, moments where everything could have collapsed, I didn't let my emotions run the show. I stayed grounded, strategic, focused. Your mind is like a muscle. Train it, feed it, strengthen it, and it will carry you. Neglect it, and it will sabotage you without warning. Start with silence, meditation, physical movement, cutting the digital noise, even if just for a moment. Protect your attention like it's gold. Because in this era of distraction, the ability to focus is the new superpower. Those who master their mind, master their fate. Rule number: real success demands real sacrifice. Everyone wants success, but most people want it without the price. They want the results without the effort, the lifestyle without the grind, the recognition without the discipline. But the truth is this: success without sacrifice is a lie. I put every dollar I had into my companies. I slept on the floor of the factory. I gave up comfort, ease, and normalcy, all for a vision I believed in. If I hadn't been willing to give up comfort, there would be no Tesla, no SpaceX, no progress. And you'll have to give things up too. You'll have to say no to parties, to distractions, to relationships that drain your purpose. But that's not suffering, that's focus. Every time you say no to something shallow, you say yes to something greater. And every sacrifice you make for a dream strengthens the version of you that will actually make it happen. If you're not willing to pay the price of success, get ready to pay the price of regret. Rule number 7: failure is part of the path. I've failed more times than I can count, and I mean real failure, not just small mistakes. I'm talking about rockets exploding, companies on the brink, and millions of dollars lost. At one point, SpaceX nearly died after 3 failed launches. Every explosion was a punch to the gut. But I never let failure define my story, and you shouldn't either. Too many young people today see failure as a sign of weakness, when in truth, failure is your greatest teacher. It builds character, it crushes your ego, it sharpens your vision, and it forces you to get better, fast. Every mistake reveals where you need to grow, and if you run from your failures, you're running from your evolution. The real danger isn't falling. It's standing still because you're afraid to fall. Some of the most successful people in history failed more than anyone else, but they kept showing up. They kept moving forward because they knew success isn't about never falling. It's about never staying down. Failure doesn't mean you're broken, it means you're in training. So stop fearing it. Start learning from it. Rule number 8. Have a vision bigger than yourself. Too many people dream small. A nice car, a bigger house, a bit of fame. But when your ambition ends with you, so does your impact. You want to build a meaningful life? Then your vision has to extend beyond your comfort zone. It has to reach others. From the start, my goal wasn't just money or fame. It was to take humanity to Mars, to make our planet more sustainable, to push the limits of what's possible. For all of us, that vision wasn't about me. It was about the future, and no, I didn't have all the answers at the beginning. I just had big questions and the courage to imagine without limits. So ask yourself, what am I building that will last after I'm gone? Does my life inspire or just consume? Purpose is the fire that turns work into legacy, and legacy doesn't start with a career plan. It starts with choosing to live for something bigger than your own desires. Because when your vision is bigger than you, your life becomes more than survival. It becomes impact. Ruler number: adapt or get left behind. The world is evolving faster than ever. Artificial intelligence, automation, virtual reality. Entire industries rise and fall in months, not years. And here's the truth: the future will not wait for you. You can't afford to cling to the past. What worked yesterday might be useless tomorrow. When I saw where the world was headed, I didn't just watch. I moved. I built electric cars. I launched rockets. I invested in clean energy and bold ideas, not because it was easy, but because I understood something most people ignore. You don't compete by repeating. You compete by evolving. If you're not constantly learning, you're falling behind. If you're not adapting, you're slowly becoming irrelevant. So train your mind to embrace change. Make learning your daily habit. Every new tool, every new challenge is either a threat or an opportunity. You choose. The future belongs to those who innovate without fear, not the ones who cling to comfort out of habit. Rule number 10. Never lose your hunger. You want to know the real trap of success? Getting comfortable. You reach a goal and you stop climbing. You achieve something and you slow down. But here's the truth no one tells you. Success isn't a destination, it's a mindset. I could have retired. I could have vanished and lived quietly forever. But I didn't. Because I'm not done. Because my vision is bigger than my lifestyle. And that's the difference between those who make a moment and those who create a movement. The most extraordinary people I know never stop pushing. They don't settle. They don't shrink. They stay hungry. So let me ask you, what are you dedicating your life to? Are you building something real, or are you just getting by? This world has enough spectators. It needs creators, leaders, doers, people like you. So don't let comfort win. Don't let excuses win. Don't let distractions write your story. Never lose the hunger to become more. Because the moment you settle, you start to fade. Thank you for staying until the end. If even one part of this message hit you, drop a comment and tell us which rule woke something up in you. Share this video with someone who needs a wake-up call. And if you haven't already, subscribe now. We're just getting started, and your story is far from over.